We are Anita and Preben, and we are living in Denmark in the countryside with our German Shepherd, Holly. We are raising our own chickens, ducks and geese, and we are also butchering them and making a lot of yummy foods. We try to grow as much as possible of fruits and veggies, and we are preserving it in different ways. I also like to bake and make other yummy stuff, and most of it is keto. Welcome to our channel. Today I'm going to make some corn relish, and this is my very first time to make that, so I'm really excited about it. And if you saw my last video, I was prepping a lot of zucchini, and that is what I have here. I chopped all of my yellow zucchini up really fine, so it's almost like little corn kernels. So instead of just using corn in my corn relish, I'm also using a lot of zucchini. And the reason because I'm doing that is, first off, I have a lot of zucchini, so that is free, and the corn I have to buy, so that is a way to make it cheaper to make. And the second reason is that I am mostly eating keto, and there's a lot of carbs in corn considered in zucchini. So this way I can also make it low carb instead of a really high carb if it was only corn in there. So now I'm going to prep all of the veggies like I'm always doing the day before, and I will salt it so that it can draw out a lot of the moisture from the zucchini. I'm cutting off all of the corn and putting it into a bag and into the fridge, so it's all also ready for the next day. I'm always prepping the day before that I make a huge batch of something, because I have a sore back and a hip and so on, so I cannot stand up in the kitchen all day long every day. So I have to do it in smaller batches like this, and in between I have prepped the zucchini, I took a break, and now that I have prepped the corn, I'm also taking a break. So this is ready for tomorrow, and the 3 whole kernels we are going to put on the barbecue. And now I'm prepping some peppers and chilies and onions, and I will also chop that up smaller, so it will give some color to the relish and it will taste good and look nice. And now I have placed all of the chopped veggies in the bottom of my big pot, and this is the zucchini that is dripping all of its moisture out. And now I'm making the brine, So I'm using some different kinds of vinegar, and I'm also using a little water, and instead of sugar I'm going to use erythritol because, as I said, I do mostly keto. So this is all of the corn kernels, and I also bought a few bags of some frozen corn because I didn't know if I had enough, so I'm putting in 2 bags of the frozen ones as well. And then I'm just putting in all of the things for the brine, so about 1 liter of vinegar and about half a liter of water, and about almost a cup of erythritol. And this is some mustard powder and some garlic powder. Of course it would have been better just to use fresh garlic, but I didn't want to chop it, and some pepper. And then I'm just stirring it and bringing it up to a boil, and it doesn't take that long. It just have to simmer a little so that all of the veggies are cooked, and then we can jar it up. This is a really big portion, so it has simmered for about half an hour and it's almost ready. And in the meantime I have been prepping my jars over here, and this time I'm not going to can it in a water bath canner, but I am using some preservative to mix in, and I'm also washing the jars in it, so that makes that I don't have to water bath it. Sometimes that's just a little easier for me if I have a lot on my plate. And that is what I'm putting in now, and then I'm just going to mix it really well so it's incorporated all through the mixture. And then I can just put it into the jars and put the lids on and seal them. And because the mixture is really hot, the jars or the lids will seal as well. And because I'm not water bathing it, I can fill it all the way up to the lid. I don't have to have any headspace when I'm doing it this way. And I got 15 nice jars of the corn relish, and I'm really happy about it because it is so tasty. And I'm just using it on top of everything. The other day we had some homemade enchiladas, and I topped it up with the corn relish, and I'm also eating it on salads and so on. So that is a really nice thing to have in my pantry. And thank you really much for watching once again. And the next video I will show you where I'm using the rest of the zucchini that I prepped in the last video. So please subscribe and go and follow us on Instagram at Vestas Farm Life. Bye bye.